Hey there guys, Outlaw Dolphin here, and we're going to continue the Dragon Age Inquisition. We are currently in Halam Sharau undergoing peace talks between Empress Celine and her cousin Grand Duke Gaspard. Now we've been told by either side that the other is doing something to usurp the other, and there are underlying matters which are kind of uneasy. Somehow the Venatori are here, Lady Morrigan is here, and we're just like, wow, we haven't seen you in like 10 years, and she like turns up out of the blue. Vivienne is not fond of her, as I know as playing from this game. But yeah, it's not exactly Game of Thrones, but let's see if we can save the Empress from assassination. Okie dokie, so we're just outside the vestibule and we're doing well for court approval. Now we need to go on a little bit of an adventure inside the royal wing to find blackmail material on Gaspard and Briala in order to make things go the way the Inquisition wants them to go. We can also find blackmail on Empress Celine herself, should we want things to go the other way. Like, not towards Empress Celine, but I'm kind of convinced that I should try to save her. Given many reasons, which I will try to explain once this is all finished. Just note, these reasons aren't they're of my own view, of Hastings' view, what he wants for his Inquisition and the like. Now we need to head up into the royal wing.
Interesting. I had no idea.
It's kind of annoying how I have to keep re-equipping myself. It's the only aspect that I really find annoying. But it's fine. There could be worse things. Oh, and my helmet. I always forget my helmet. What if something was to hit me on the head? Then what would I do?
Are we going to sneak around to look through the Empress's unmentionables now? Just how drunk are you, boss?
We should absolutely take a look around.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
That's a door I want to get into. Not sure if I'm going to be able to do it though.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry to cut in.
I hope you're not disappointed I stole your dance partner.
No, not at all. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Why did Briala send you here?
Briala told you to come to this wing of the palace?
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the servants. We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
This is Florian's room?
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Florian.
It used to. This had been her private room in Halam-Shiral since she was a child. But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
Could anyone else send you these orders?
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the drop location who could have written those orders?
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No. No one else would send me here. It had to be Briala.
What were you looking for?
What were you trying to find in Florian's old room?
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a setup.
And just how did you get in?
This wing is sealed. How did you get in here?
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others probably handled it.
You were brave to come here. But tell me what you know.
If there's a reason you distrust Briala, I want to hear it.
I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
The other elves don't know?
Something like that could destroy Briala if it were known.
No. Some know she has a history with the Empress. But they believe she was just a faithful servant. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our ambassador.
Most Orlesians would say that's Celine's scandal, not Briala's.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen. He'll keep you safe.
Thank you. Make her protect you, Inquisitor.
Oh, a Hala statue. Now I just need to find 2 more. Not sure if I could be that lucky up here just right now. So it turns out that Empress Celine was sleeping with one of her servants, Briala, at the time, many years ago. It is interesting.
What happened here?
It is interesting, like we read... Ooh, Sigil of the Great Mistral. It's pointless. Like, we read upon the sexuality of Thedas, and it turns out that what she was doing was fine from a certain point of view. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's all about positions. Not those kinds of positions. It's because she's an empress and Briala was a servant, you know? But everything is a scandal these days. Court approval is going down. I don't think we're going to be getting into this door, sadly. It would getting through that door would allow us to get blackmail on Empress Celine.
You painted Orlesian assholes! When I get out of this, I'll butcher you like the pigs you are!
Right, I'm just going to be searching high and low for a statue. Oh yes. Oh yes. We'll be going through that door in a moment. That's going to lead to an ambush. The most anticipated ambush of the entire evening, mind you, and there are still quite a lot of dead bodies around here. This is Empress Celine's room. I'm picking up a lot of blackmail that I'm not going to be able to give to Leliana because it's a little bit too late. I would have to go all the way back to the ballroom before anticipating the ambush.
What happened?
It's not what it looks like. Honestly, I would have preferred it if it were what it looks like. The Empress led me to believe I would be rewarded for betraying the Grand Duke. This was not what I hoped for.
I can guess what your hopes were.
I can imagine what you thought your reward would be.
Please, I beg you, don't tell Gaspard. The Empress beguiled me into giving her information about plans for troop movements in the palace tonight. She knows everything. Everything. The Duke's surprise attack has been countered before it ever began. She's turned it into a trap. The moment he strikes, she'll have him arrested for treason.
I don't know which is worse. Celine for using such a tactic, or him for falling for it.
Oh, Orlesians.
It says I need you to testify about this. At this moment, considering the decision that I want to make of saving Empress Celine, I'm going to rephrase it to I might need you to testify.
I'll protect you from Gaspard if you're willing to testify about Celine's trap.
I'll do anything. Anything.
I'm quite surprised that helmet wasn't anywhere else.
Well, that was Orlesian.
Ornate battle axe and a lot of gold. Now we just need to find the black mount on Gaspard. Shouldn't be too hard, seeing as how it's about to punch us in the face. Not literally, but you can hear it.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
I kinda knew you were involved.
I had a feeling you were mixed up in all this.
Such a pity. You could almost be Orlesian, if you were just a little quicker. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
What does Corypheus want?
Why kill the Empress? What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Celine's death is a stepping stone on the path to a better world. Corypheus will enter the Black City and claim the godhood waiting for him. We will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand of an attentive god.
Why help him?
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus attack your empire?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an empire when Corypheus will remake the entire world? I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspard's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
You won't succeed.
You won't get away with this, Florian.
But I already have. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill him and bring me his marked hand. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
And already the game has glitched. For some reason I can't access my abilities. I'm stuck with good old R2 for now. Be getting more demons in a moment. Ow. Okie dokie. Let's just use Cassandra's. There we go. Unglitched. And powerful. Let's cut down that rage demon.
Andreste's tits, what was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Pull yourself together, man.
Aren't you supposed to be a soldier? Act like one.
The pay's not good enough to keep my calm, friend. I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Gaspard did this to you?
Duke Gaspard lured you out here?
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
You sound Ferelden.
Your accent sounds Ferelden. I thought you were one of Gaspard's mercenaries.
Born and raised in Denerim. Seems like I should have stayed there. The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevaliers. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Sticky, punsy cheesemongers.
Why not work for me?
Want a new job? One that pays better. The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary company.
You hiring? I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
Now we just need to return to Cullen with all the information that we have. Out of Florian's betrayal. Well, hello. Someone dropped a lot of gold. Florian's betrayal. Gaspard's deception. Empress Celine's luring. And Briala's attempted... Oh, hello. I mean, it's like what Cullen said all before all this. It is the Orlesian national pastime. What have we got here? Just a codex entry. Let's just set all the rogues on fire. What way should I be moving now? Oh yeah, we are. Ah, really? Well, I think this tells it all, doesn't it? If you still had 5 statues, you could. I've never seen these doors before. But we were just up there. That's a shame. There aren't that many Hala statues around. So it seems like your options very much are limited. Some of these statues are quite excellent. So we should be right back at the Grand Ballroom. And Gaspard doesn't even know.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
Detain the Duchess.
The Grand Duchess is the assassin. Don't let her anywhere near the Empress.
Duchess? At once, Inquisitor.
Let all gathered attend. Her Imperial Majesty will now address the court.
Lords and ladies, as a nation, we mourn our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends and lovers claimed by war. The sky is torn open, our divine is dead, and many fear the end of all things comes upon us. Orlais must stand as a bastion, a bulwark behind which all Thedas may take shelter. So has it stood for 1,000 years. So shall it ever stand. This would not have been possible without the efforts of many. Dear cousin, please step forward.
Grand Duchess, stand down!
Now! For Corypheus, kill them all!
Colin, protect the people!
Yes, Inquisitor.
Beaten at every turn. You stole the moment of my triumph, just as you stole the demon army from Merimond. And now you've chased a defenseless woman into the garden. Are you proud of yourself?
Defenseless? You? You just ripped all of my guards apart.
You were about to murder the Empress. We both know you're not defenseless.
True, you never were one to fall for my helpless damsel act. The night is still young. All I need to recover is to kill you, Inquisitor. So good of you to attend my soirée.
Watch out!
This shouldn't take us too long. Although the Grand Duchess can generate guard, she's still a rogue, and rogues take copious amounts of damage. If you come here very, very underleveled, which I have done a few times, she can be a bit difficult, but not now. She can still knock you asleep, and she will, in fact, have many, many minions. That's the only reason why this can take so long sometimes, apart from all the looting. She will disappear quite a lot, so don't be surprised if she has you running around. Ow! There she is. Not for much longer. It's very difficult to get anywhere near her, so if you are a warrior, this can be quite tricky. I saw where you went.
Where's the Duchess?
Get up. I'm getting knocked down by something, I just don't quite know what. Oh, it's her. She's using an ability to knock me down, her leaping shot. And down she goes. Nice one, Cassandra. Here you get her unique bow. Some gold and some minor treasure, but we don't need it. Let's simply return to the ballroom.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Ah, try and force the three into a truce. All of you are at fault. Particularly you two for having an entire civil war raging.
Every one of you is implicated. You all conspired to allow this to happen.
This is hardly the time for histrionics, Inquisitor. Do be serious.
Damn it. Gaspard was planning a coup.
Your captain tells me you spent all night sneaking mercenaries into the palace, Gaspard. You intended to attack.
And where did your troops come from, Inquisitor? If sneaking men into the palace is damning, then we are both damned.
I don't believe he murdered the emissary. I believe Florian did that to frame him, so I'm not going to really fall for that. But he did threaten the council.
It's a coincidence, then, that you spent weeks threatening the Council of Heralds.
A few idle threats hardly make me a traitor.
By all means, continue to protest your innocence, Gaspard. We find this performance endlessly fascinating.
He hired mercenaries.
His own mercenary captain will confirm that Gaspard brought hired thugs into the palace for an attack.
Mercenaries? So much for your chevalier honor, cousin.
Do I really need to go on?
We've all heard enough to damn the Grand Duke.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
There can be no doubt of your treason, Gaspard.
No, it seems there cannot.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
Briala... Oh, God. Oh, my God. Is she an accomplice? Is she? Let me think. Maybe.
Of course, Briala helped him betray Orlais.
Don't be absurd.
You had agents in the staff.
You had your spies infiltrate the palace servants for entirely benevolent reasons.
How many of my servants did you kill to replace with your spies?
Even if I did this, you can't touch me. Not without starting riots in every slum and alienage in Orlais.
The elves won't protect her once they know about her involvement with you during the purge of Halam Shiral.
Thank you, Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life, and Orlais owes you its future. You have done a service for the Empire never to be forgotten, my friend. This piece is your doing. You truly are the instrument of Andraste. Orlais will never forget your part in this, nor will I. Lords and ladies of the court, the civil war which has plagued us is at an end. The Orlesian Empire is whole again. Those who drove us into war for selfish gain have been dealt with as traitors. Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of treason. He is no longer our cousin and shall never again hold title or land in Orlais. We have lost enough. No more! Now, we can move forward to healing and restoration. In our hour of need, the Inquisition has faced these dangers beside us.
More like for you.
Of Orlais, to stand with Andraste's herald to end this crisis. And in ages to come, our children and grandchildren can say that we left them a brighter world. Will you address the court, my friend?
Peace should be our concern.
Ending the war was the first step. Our final goal must be peace for all Thedas.
Well said, Inquisitor. We of the court must use our resources. Not every battle is won on the field, but that is tomorrow. Tonight, feast, my friends. Enjoy our victory. There will be many more to come.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
They ran out of punch.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
Is this something you want?
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What can you bring to the table?
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
Are you a blood mage?
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
I believe Solus once said something similar. You should perhaps meet the man. You might get along. Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
Is everything all right? You look troubled.
The poor, poor Duke. It's been a long night.
I'm just worn out. The night has been very long.
It was a tumultuous evening, but Orlais is safe now. It was worth the struggle. Is there anything I can do? Can I get you anything? A drink, perhaps?
Shall we dance?
Would you care to dance with me, Lady Josephine?
I was hoping you'd ask, my lord.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lord Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
It's always something.
Just when you've solved one crisis, another springs up to take its place.
I am sorry to place this burden on your shoulders, but you are the only one who can help. With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
How long would they be gone?
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Those are crucial people.
These aren't just any 2 people. They are key members of the Inquisition.
For the sake of Thedas, we must ask you to make this sacrifice.
This will have to be settled later. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother. Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
And that will most likely be Empris du Lion.
Yes, sir.
Most like.
How many have trained here, I wonder?
Will you not consider it, Lady Cassandra? The clerics are still sequestered. If no one steps forward, they will debate until...
And you think I could make them agree? I've had enough for one day, Mother Giselle.
Talk to her, your worship.
Having fun.
Fun never ends in Skyhold, does it?
The Inquisitor was hilarious. That's what they'll say one day. You watch. I assume you've heard that Leliana and I are both candidates to be the next Divine. Because of what happened at Halam Shiral, of course, the Empire favors you. Thus everyone close to you. So now the Chantry bandies our names about without even asking us first.
So refuse.
If you don't want it, then tell them so.
Surely it was never meant to be like this. The Chantry, the Circle of Magi, the Templars, this cannot be what they intended when it all began. The Chantry should provide faith, hope. Instead, it cannot veer from its course, even in the face of certain death.
These are extreme times.
Many extraordinary things have happened to get us to this point.
I'm not so certain. I think it has been a long time coming. Did you know Varric is Andrastian? Oh, he blasphemes with every second breath, but deep down he believes. His heart is virtuous. But he would never step foot in a Chantry. It should be the first place to which the virtuous turn. It needs to change. Perhaps I must be the one to change it.
I could help you achieve this.
I have influence, and I can use it to help the Chantry make up its mind.
I cannot ask you to do that.
You don't have to.
If you think that is the right thing to do, then thank you. I suppose I should not be so concerned. The clerics speak my name for now, nothing more. For now, restoring order and stopping Corypheus remain our priority.
It's like Cassandra says, this has been coming for a long time. The failure of the Templars and the circles of Magi. It's been a long time coming, and it has been doomed from the start. It's just no one really wants to say it. Why is Sarah's door locked?
One for the Empress, for Gaspard, Briala, the Duchess, and Corypheus, right in the dangle bag.
Remind me not to get you mad.
Well, remind me to stay on your good side.
Don't worry, you're sparkling compared to that lot. A cook here, a footman there. What's it matter, right, so long as there's a book for the throne? A pretty one, sure. But how many lives are worth one empress's arse? Ugh, that place. Should have just thrown in some bees and slammed the doors.
Or earwigs.
I don't know. Want to stop a party, I think you go earwigs.
I hate those things, with their little pinchy butts. Josephine should add that to her paper threats. You know the real lesson from all this? Never sleep with an empress. That, and Briala being an idiot, the whole thing would have gone different if that little piss-up wasn't in the middle.
Maybe the Empress was right.
I think Celine did the right thing for Orlais.
Right, because that was all the plan and not dumb luck. Dumb luck named you. Watch out, yeah. The hole in the sky didn't start their war. Stupid people did that. Still going to be plenty of those after Corypheus is dead.
Sarah's not wrong. Always going to be stupid people. Let's check in on Cole.
I didn't understand the Grand Ball. It would have been easier if they said what they wanted.
I agree.
That would have made everything much simpler.
The colors were pretty, though.
Do you want to go somewhere?
How would you like to get out of here? Maybe do something fun.
I don't know. I've never tried.
Come on.
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence. Will you be dining alone, your worship, or will others be arriving later?
Just a table for two? Or wait, is it one? I can't quite tell.
I may have a friend joining me.
Very good, your worship. Right this way, please. Please enjoy your meal this evening, your worship.
You can tell her. She'll laugh and then do it because she loves you. She wants to make you happy.
He needed help?
You saw something in him that needed a word of encouragement?
He wants his wife to tie his hands to the bedposts, little silk ribbons. He worries she'll hate him. She only said it because she was jealous of your shoes. Remember his hand on your waist as the music swelled. So many little hurts, even here, away from blood and battle. I wouldn't have heard them before. Now I can, thanks to you.
That helps.
So you help them with a few whispered words?
The right words. Plus what I am, a little of me making the happiness stronger, so the pain fades. I don't steal the pain. The nightmare demon at Adamant did that. It made them less so it could grow. I help them heal. They never need to know I was here. You've made me better.
I'm glad to help, Cole.
It was my pleasure.
Remember old Maurice, too proud to forgive, gnarled hands clutching the back of an empty chair. Find another path. There was someone before. He was my friend, but he didn't know what I was. When he found out, he changed. I lost him. You found out, but you didn't change. Didn't make me change. You let me be this, be more. Thank you for helping me find this again, for believing in me. You don't know what it means.
I know enough.
I have an inkling, and you're welcome.
You don't need to. It used to help, but it doesn't anymore. Let it go. You were scared, trying to show them you were strong. Find him. Tell him you're sorry. The woman in the red dress thinks you would look good naked. She wants someone to compliment her hat. They will never know, but I know, thanks to you.
Well, that was creepy. It was fine. I never really can tell in which Cole is better. Should he be better as a spirit of compassion or as a person, as Varric would put it? Who would always be a spirit. I never quite really know what to make of it all. It seems like his observations are almost autistic in nature, but oh well.
Want a drink? I've a hankering for company. When I was a boy, there were these urchins who roamed the streets near my father's house. One day they found a dog, a wretched little thing. It came to them for food. I caught it, tied a rope around its neck, and strung it up. Do you know what I did?
That's horrible.
Not the fireside tale I was expecting, Blackwall.
Just listen. I did nothing. Not a damn thing. It was crying. I saw the kicking legs, the neck straining and twisting. And I turned around, went inside, and closed the door. I could have told my father, or alerted someone. I didn't. I just pretended it wasn't happening.
So did everyone else.
You couldn't have been the only one there, and no one else stepped in.
Doesn't make what I did any less wrong. I may as well have tied the noose myself. We could make the world better. It's just easier to shut our eyes.
Your eyes aren't shut, Blackwall.
When we first met, you were saving peasants from demons and outlaws. You're not a man who shuts his eyes. A little insane, maybe.
Of course you'd make light of it. You make saving the world look easy. The rest of us can only dream of matching what you've done. Don't you see? It's not just about what happened back then. There's always some dog out there. Some fucking mongrel that doesn't know how to stay away.
After that conversation, I think, if I'm right, you're going to want to try and find Blackwall again. He won't exactly be in the same place.
Greetings, Your Worship.
Yep.
I should look around.
Here we have a letter. A message from Blackwall. Inquisitor, you've been a friend and an inspiration. You've given me the wisdom to know right from wrong, and more importantly, the courage to uphold the former. It's been my honor to serve you. And then just speak to the messenger.
The spy master has confirmed it. Blackwall is gone.
Liliana must know where.
Go on. Liliana knows where he is, doesn't she? She knows everything.
She doesn't know everything, yet. Sister Liliana had us search the Warden's quarters. Not much to find, except this. It was missing from last week's reports. I don't know what Blackwall's interest in this particular matter is, but it could be a good place to start.
A crumpled report. The sheet of paper, it looks like it was removed from a recent report to Sister Liliana. Lieutenant Cyril Mornay, one of the soldiers responsible for the Callier massacre of 937, was captured in Leeds. Like the others who were arrested for their involvement, Mornay insists that he did not know who he was assassinating, and that he was just following the orders of his captain. This captain, Tom Renier, is still at large. Mornay is to be executed within a week in Val Royeaux. This begins the quest Revelations, in which we need to attend Mornay's execution in Val Royeaux. We will head there shortly, but first, just one or two other companions I wish to speak to.
Oh,
What's going on here?
It seems the revered mother is concerned about my undue influence over you.
It is just concern. Your worship, you must know how this looks.
You might need to spell it out, my dear.
This man is of Tevinter. His presence at your side, the rumors alone.
Because he's Tevinter?
What's wrong with him being from Tevinter, specifically?
I'm fully aware that not everyone from the Imperium is the same.
How kind of you to notice. Yet still you bow to the opinion of the masses.
The opinion of the masses is based on centuries of evidence. What would you have me tell them?
The truth?
The truth is I do not know you, and neither do they. Thus, these rumors will continue.
We do not serve the Chantry, Mother Giselle.
The concerns of the Chantry are no concern of the Inquisition, Mother Giselle.
I'm aware of that. You risk, however, not only the Chantry's opinion.
And if I asked from where these rumors originated?
See, I meant no disrespect, Inquisitor. Only to ask after this man's intentions. If you feel he is without ulterior motive, then I humbly beg forgiveness of you both.
Well, that's something.
Are you alright?
She didn't get to you, did she?
No. It takes more to get to me than thinly veiled accusations.
You don't think she'll do anything?
Do what? Yours is the good opinion I care about, not hers. I don't know if you're aware, but the assumption in some corners is that you and I are intimate.
What about Josephine?
They don't know about Josephine, then.
Don't know or don't care. Baseless insinuation is grand fun.
I hope Josephine isn't upset by this.
Please. She no doubt knows of the talk, says hello, and brings it biscuits. I wouldn't worry. Perhaps it's odd to say, but I think of you as a friend, Inquisitor. I have precious few friends. I didn't think to find one here. Don't speak. I detest confessions, and I'd like to get this over with. Allow me to say I'll stand beside you, against Corypheus, my countryman, or spurious rumor, so long as you'll have me.
How bracing to be in the thick of the game again. The last time I was at Alam Shiral was Countess Letienne's wedding. There were a dozen affairs, 5 secret alliances, and a duel between 2 chevaliers over the vintage of an Antivan port. But until the Duchess was unmasked, I've never seen the Winter Palace in shock.
I don't blame them.
You don't see the Empress of Orlais almost killed in cold blood every day.
Not so brazenly, no. The game's become increasingly insular in the past few years. Corypheus skillfully took advantage. It's disturbing so few people in the Orlesian court were aware of the Duchess's machinations.
I believe Celine knew.
The Empress realized she was in danger.
She's always in danger. Those loyal to her should have practiced more vigilance. But let's not lose sight of victory. Your actions at the ball have secured us allies and favors alike.
Our dance was the highlight.
My favorite moment of the evening is still our waltz in the garden.
I could have danced with you for hours. We must do it again sometime. Inquisitor, is it true? Is the mark on your hand magic cast by Corypheus?
Corypheus claimed it's a spell gone wrong.
I wanted to think it was a blessing. A sign the Maker was returning to his creation. How credulous of me.
It might be the Maker's will.
Perhaps the Maker set these events in motion so long ago, we can no longer see his hand in them.
It would be fitting if that were true. Does it hurt? The anchor, that is.
I'll cope.
Only when I laugh.
Very good, Inquisitor. A situation requires your attention, Inquisitor. Noble Chantry loyalists in the city of Jadar are spreading accusations that you're responsible for the Divine's death. They're unusually organized. I recommend we send people to Jadar to deal with the matter.
Let's send in some diplomats.
Let's send some ambassadors to convince Jader I'm not a monster in disguise.
Excellent. I believe there's much to be gained by winning them over. We've an interesting development, Inquisitor. A petition from citizens of Val Royal. They wish to know what Andraste said to you in the Fade.
They think she spoke to me?
Even Leliana can't trace the rumor's origin. It may be expedient to respond to those asking for Andraste's words.
I didn't realise I had so many missed conversations with Josephine. I thought I was being quite attentive. It looks like I wasn't. Just tell them I do speak for her.
Tell the petitioners, Andraste said her herald's word is as her own.
That will certainly make the Chantry take notice, but we shall spread the word.
I'm trying to get to something quite specific here.
I was hoping you'd be by. We've received letters from Archon Redanus of Tevinter and King Marcus of Nevada. For both monarchs to come to us is nearly unheard of.
Then we've impressed them.
Then the Inquisition's deeds have won their respect.
They'd never have contacted us otherwise. Archon Redanus requests that the Inquisition, as a neutral party, destroy a venatory cult on the Nevaran-Tevinter border. King Marcus asks the same, but demands we pledge allegiance to Nevara instead of Tevinter.
My family will let us help both.
I actually have relatives in Navarra. If you reason with the Archon, Trevelyan's can persuade King Marcus we should help both countries.
Letting the Inquisition curry favor with both Tevinter and Nevara. Most ideal. It's good to see you.
Were your ancestors Orlesian?
How far do your roots go back to Orlais?
Very far. The Montiliers used to have vast holdings in Val Royal itself. I wish I could have seen them, especially the ones bearing the family crest. The original crest design was abandoned when we were exiled from the city. I've always wanted to find a copy.
That's what I need.
Let's speak later.
Another time.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
We're well loved in Orlais. Say the words and Empress Celine will send her support.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus' followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
We could hope for deserters.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
They'll be hard to miss.
Good of Corypheus to make it easy to find him. If he's hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we finish him.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
It can't hurt.
I'll ignore that you wandered in without knocking. You have my attention.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
Is best if I show you. This is an Illuvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
It's very beautiful.
It's beautiful in its way.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead? If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
It's incredible.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
And Corypheus wants this?
Corypheus wants to come here?
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Here is one of the few times where you can spot the weather changes in Val Royeaux. When you attend Mornay's funeral, you found Val Royeaux in that of a bit of a rainy season. Only fitting, I guess.
Cyril Mornay, for your crimes against the Empire of Orlais. For the murders of General Vincent Callier, Lady Laurette Callier, their 4 children, and their retainers. You are sentenced to be hanged from the neck until dead. Do you have anything to say in your defense? Very well. Proceed.
Stop!
A Grey Warden.
This man is innocent of the crimes laid before him. Orders were given and he followed them like any good soldier. He should not die for that mistake.
Then find me the man who gave the order.
Blackwall! No, I am not Blackwall. I never was Blackwall. Warden Blackwall is dead, and has been for years. I assumed his name to hide like a coward from who I really am.
You, after all this time.
It's over. I'm done hiding. I gave the order. The crime is mine. I am Tom Rainier.
Once Blackwall, or Tom Renier, as he is actually known, has made a bit of a scene, you just need to head across the market to the prison. Val Royeaux is not a large place, which is actually quite good, because once I remember Denerim, I hated Denerim. It's too big. Anyway.
I didn't take Blackwall's life. I traded his death. He wanted me for the Wardens, but there was an ambush. Darkspawn. He was killed. I took his name to stop the world from losing a good man. But a good man, the man he was, wouldn't have let another die in his place.
You really killed those people?
Was the bailiff telling the truth? Did you really do those things?
Yes, I did. It's all true. It's time we all took a good look at who I really am. Don't you understand? I gave the order to kill Lord Callier, his entourage, and I lied to my men about what they were doing. When it came to light, I ran. Those men, my men, paid for my treason, while I was pretending to be a better man. This is what I am. A murderer, a traitor, a monster.
But remember what you did at Adamant. Trying to save Wardens. You're not pretending to be one. You're more than that.
I know you're more than what you say. Have some faith in yourself.
Yes.
Who was the real Blackwall?
I need to know about Blackwall. The real Blackwall.
We met in a tavern when I was on the run. I was nothing. A waste of life. But he wanted to recruit me. We headed to Valchavan for the joining. But Blackwall insisted on making a stop along the way. An old ruin from one of the previous blights. He said it led to the deep roads. I was to go down alone, find a darkspawn, and fill a vial with its blood. When I returned, I found the warden ambushed by more of the creatures. He took a blow for me. He shouldn't have died. It should have been me.
Maybe he didn't think so.
I'm not saying I disagree, but Blackwall clearly thought you were worth saving.
No one should have died for me. He would have wanted me to carry on to Valchavan, I'm certain. But without Blackwall, there's no proof that I've been recruited. That I didn't kill him. I couldn't go to the Wardens. But I couldn't just walk away. So, Rainier died. Blackwall lived.
I have to go.
That's all for now.
We're going to head back to Skyhold, eventually, and talk to Cullen about what we can do about this bloody mess.
I have Liliana's report on Tom Rainier.
Summarize it.
Give me the overview.
Looks like our friend was once a respected captain in the Imperial Orlesian army. Before the Civil War, he was turned, persuaded to assassinate one of Celine's biggest supporters. He led a group of fiercely loyal men on this mission, and told them nothing of it. His men took the fall for him, A few lucky ones, like Mornay, managed to escape.
She had this report all along, and she did kind of fail. But Blackwall... Tom Renier has been playing Blackwall for a long time. Leliana had no reason to suspect that he was anything less than what Renier said he was. Thank you.
This is helpful, or at least educational.
Don't blame yourself. We all made this mistake. What do we do now? Blackwall... Renier has accepted his fate, but you don't have to. We have resources. If he's released to us, you may pass judgment on him yourself.
What would you do?
If it were up to you, what would happen?
What he did to the men under his command was unacceptable. He betrayed their trust, betrayed ours. I despise him for it. Yet he fought as a warden, joined the Inquisition, gave his blood for our cause. And the moment he shakes off his past, he turns around and owns up to it. Why?
You're impressed, aren't you?
Some part of you is impressed by what he did, isn't it?
Saving Mornay the way he did took courage, I'll give him that. But I can't tell you what to do.
Get him out. And I'll do this myself.
Have Rainier released to us.
We must move quickly. We can explore our options back at Skyhold.
There we go, guys. That's the end of that Dragon Age Inquisition. And we just finished the Winter Palace. And saved Empress Celine and secured the fate of Gaspard, the usurper. We'll see what becomes of all that much, much later. We've made friends with Dorian properly. Secured a relationship with Josephine, our diplomat. And discovered the truth of Blackwall, or Tom Renier. And yet to decide about what to do about his fate. What he did was, to Cullen's words, disgraceful. But he's faced a long road of hardship. As the quest says, revelations. He has been hiding and pretending to be a better man, but he's not truly he never truly forgot what he did. Sure, he was a coward and ran. Now he's facing up to it. He joined our cause, knowing it would bring him into the light of day. He saved what was left of the Wardens, despite it's not really clear if he is actually one or not. Just pretending to be one. I'm kind of surprised how there was no real suspicion of Blackwall at that point. Like how we didn't meet a Warden and just go, and he didn't like give Blackwall like an eye or something, just like, you don't look like what I remember you to be. But oh well, that's the way this story pans out, and we have to do with what we have. I think Tom Renier deserves to at least be judged by a friend. Or what he has of one, anyway. Anyway, guys, in the next one we'll probably go to Empire du Lion, do the Hissing Waste to last. Just because it's just goddamn massive. We're not far from the end. Still got a good way to go. But we're nearing it. Still got 2 DLCs to do in the end of the actual game. which but we just have Emperor du Lion, and then the Hissing Wastes. Just 2 more areas, and then that'll be it. But that's still like another 10. It's still going to be 10 videos, I know it. The Descent is going to be like 4. Anyway guys, I'll catch you on the next one.